Hey folks, today I'd like to do a review of Guider pens. I have two pens today from Guider that I'd like to talk about. This one is a green Ebonite pen called the Guider Capsule, and this one is a similar pen but with a flat top, but made in acrylic material. This one is made in Ebonite material. As you can see, the specialty of this design is the way it is seamless. You can't identify where the gap between the cap and the section is until you give it a little twist. So as soon as you close it, it's seamless. The same thing gets applied to this Ebonite as well. I have used Guider pens before. I've had this one. This is the same capsule design. This is a Guider capsule, but in an acrylic design. Now with this acrylic, the problem is that it does have a very good machining that the groove is hardly noticeable, but it is visible here in this one. But it is clear that these are two different pieces because the design does not carry forward down from the cap to the pen section, right? So that the design is a giveaway of the seam is. But with these plain designs, you really get something that just looks like a solid piece of a stick or a rod, whatever you want to call it, and then you get this lovely pen that's inside. So I've had, let's do a quick size comparison quickly. I have a Pilot Metropolitan here. I think it's very popular and most people will be able to correlate the size. Yeah, so these three are of the same size, as you can see. The only difference being how the ends are designed. Okay, so this one comes with a SMID converter. It's the SMID system, so it's a German mechanism, and this has been very reliable for me over the last few years that I've used it. So this one also comes with a similar SMID converter system, so you can use this pen. As you can see, there's so much threads when you remove the nibs, the grip section from the rest of the pen. That makes it easy to eyedropper this pen, so you can use the entire barrel as an ink reservoir. I prefer the converter because I don't use I don't write that much. I take a few notes, I journal once in a while, so I prefer the converter, and this converter system is pretty reliable. It's good quality. So yeah, come to the SMID converter, same thing, same story here. The only difference is this pen has a different grip section. This is made in black Ebonite. I'm guessing this is still Ebonite, or maybe this could be plastic, but this has an Ebonite feed for use, whereas this acrylic one has an similar acrylic material being used in the grip section, so this one looks very uniform. Alright, so this one is a medium nib and this one is in fine. So you can see this F. If you look closely, let me see if I can highlight this, but I'm guessing the harsh light is not gonna make it. So there's a small F here, if you notice. This is the fine nib and this one is a medium nib. Let's quickly test these pens. So let me put this aside, get the notepad. This one is the Guider Capsule. This is in Ebonite. The nib is a medium nib. This ink is Mystic Forest. This is from Alchemy Inks by Endless. That's the same company that makes this paper. So this is smooth, uh, very little feedback. This is drying up quickly, even though it's a wet writer. Let's see. Okay. Let me try some reverse writing. The reverse writing feels scratchy and it's not able to drop any ink. But normal writing seems to be just fine and it's actually enjoyable. So this writing experience is really good, and hopefully this pen also over time works just like the other capsule that I've always had and loved. This feels very nice in the hand. This is a thick pen, has a little bit of weight to it because of the Ebonite, but the grip section is very comfortable size and easy to hold. So this feels nice. Yeah. Overall, this is looking good. I'm loving this. Now let's test the gray one. I'm not sure if this is still called the guider capsule, but let's call it that. This is the flat top one in acrylic. Yeah, the ink is Wizard's pencil. This is again another ink by Alchemy by Endless. The nib is a fine nib. This is slightly scratchier than the medium nib, but smooth still. It's wet, it's landing enough ink on the paper. Pretty comparable wetness, but this one has a little bit of feedback that's giving a little more control. So yeah, this one is also good. The ink is supposed to be dark gray, looks more black than gray. I wish it was lighter, but still under the good lighting you can just see that it's dark gray and not black. So this again is quite big if you think about it, but the feed section or the grip section is very comfortable. This is slightly lighter than the Ebonite. I'm guessing that's because of the material difference. This one is acrylic. Yeah, it takes a while to screw the cap on, but overall two lovely pens. There does seem to be some bleed through on both inks. That's surprising since Endless makes the paper and the ink. Let's try how it feels on a regular paper. I have a classmate notebook here. Let's try a writing sample. This is guider capsule and ink is Wizard's pencil. This one is the this is the medium nib, as you can see. It's a nice variation, it's good. This is the Mystic Forest and this is the Ebonite. We are seeing similar patterns here. There's no feathering. The ink on the paper looks really good. There's a little bit of feathering on the Mystic Forest. This one looks sharp, but both inks are bleeding through the paper, and that seems to be an ink problem rather than the paper, given that you are able to simulate the same issue on the fountain pen friendly regalia paper from Endless. Anyways, that doesn't bother me. These are two lovely looking pens that also seem to match it up in the writing quality as well. Guider seems to have the same quality that they had back in the day. That's a good thing. I still love this pen. I've been using it for 4 years, and I plan to use these two pens as well for many years to come. So thank you for your time, guys, and this was a quick review of the Guider handmade fountain pens. Bye.